Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is the 17th of June, 2022. This is Flosstube number 129. This is our valiant helper, Patty, who can't seem to stay off the table, no matter what. Can you say hi, Patty? Can you say hi? She got to be in the middle of everything. You're so nosy. You're so nosy, Patty. You're so nosy. I put your blanket down there and your box is over there, and you've been sitting in the sink all morning when I was trying to get ready. So, I love you. I love you, Patty. I love you. Hey, why don't you go sit on your blanket? Get in your box. Can you go get in your box? She says no. She ain't going to the box. I hope y'all have had a good week. That we've had company. I've had company here every day, either Arya or Arya and Catch, and then I had Susu and Lala and their friends Kendall and Fran came and swam one day. Fran is a new friend for me. She lives at the Daymark facility in Waxahachie, and she was so sweet. Lala met her in school, and it's a really nice facility in Waxahachie. We're fortunate to have it. It's for people with like cognitive disabilities or developmental delays or intellectual delays, things like this. And it is a very nice facility. And so they've remained friends, and she wanted to swim. And so they came over and swim, and she was the sweetest new friend. So I've had, there was some bright spots to this week. Really bright spots. I didn't get as much stitching done because we were so busy having fun. Catch had an ear infection, so he didn't put his head under the water, but he splashed around on the ledge and just played. Oh, you're gonna fall off the table, girl, you silly goose. And just played and played. So we had all the fun, and he let Lala and Sue love on him. And so he had a big, big day. Before I forget, somebody asked about this on the tiered tray. And I think, let's see it here, she keeps knocking it over. This is not a cross stitch piece, but you couldn't tell from the picture. It's a beautiful card. It is so gorgeous. And our Ann makes these. I didn't know if it said, no, she doesn't say her name. Our Ann Seeley, makes most beautiful cards. And she sent me this one last year. And so I have it in my tiered tray, and that's what y'all saw on the top. She really should turn this into a cross stitch design, just saying. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And then I'm holding my FFO from last year. I had finished it, but not fully finished it because I hadn't found what I wanted to put it on. And I just had it standing on a little easel. And then we were at the junk store, the antique store, whatever you want to call. I don't remember if I got this from the antique store, if I got it at like Goodwill or something. But it is like this on the back. And then I've got this on the front of it. So it fits on there just kind of perfect. I think Patty knocked it crookedly, so y'all don't notice that. But I know, I love you, Patty. But I love this piece. This is one of the Blackbird designs. I think it's in the 4th of July, the Patriotic book. I finished it last year. I could go back and look, but I changed all the colors up and stuff. But I stinking love it, and I love it on this board. So that's what I was holding the picture. I finally found what I wanted to put it on. Okay, now what I've stitched on this week is not Patty's tail, which is the thing that keeps showing up in the picture and in my nose. So if I go sneezing in a minute, y'all know why. I worked on Button Button. This is by Brenda Gervais. Patty, I need to put this back in there. I love this design. It is, I put it on this hairy linen, so I'm not very happy about that with myself, but I did get some of the surround filled in. Patty, I'm gonna put you down. Can you go wait for just a few minutes? I won't be long. She's like, I know you're lying, you were gone all day yesterday. She's mad at me probably because I was gone yesterday. And then James Williams has been gone. By the time he gets home this evening, he will have worked 36 hours straight. So he's gonna be tired. Okay, where are my little clips? Right here. So her schedule has been all disrupted because we were with Daddy at the doctor yesterday. We didn't get a good report. It is stage 4 melanoma in his lung. It did move. That is the most frequent place that skin cancer will move from, is to your lung. We were hoping it was just some scarring from his asthma when he was a kid and rheumatic fever and all that. It was not. We are fortunate that it's only one spot. So we met with Dr. Cowie. He's fabulous. His team is fabulous. And Daddy chose the most aggressive option. So he'll be starting Opdiva and Yervoy within the next week or two. And he'll go in every 2 to 3 weeks for an infusion therapy. They said that it should take about an hour and a half for the IV, but you should block out about half a day by the time you get checked in, and the doctor, you're okay to have your infusion, and then you go get your infusion, and you be sure you're okay then, and you leave. So that's where we're headed. We're gutted, but I don't know anything to say, but God is good all the time. And this is a heads up, do the things you want to do, go the places you want to go, don't hesitate. So that's where we're at, and that's what we'll be starting. So it was, yesterday was kind of hard. I came home and just kind of tried to process. It's funny, my kids all process differently. CJ, he and his sister and his brother, are like in a group text. And he just kept texting and texting and texting and texting because he talks it out. He wants to talk about it. Say it. Keely is just kind of like, he just shuts down. He just has to let it sit there a while. And so he wasn't saying much of anything back. And Micah, of course, has to, or that's always been her role, is to play the middle maker between everybody. So, like I said, it was rough. I feared it. I hoped it wouldn't be it, but he went on back to work today. He enjoys his work. He loves working for Judge Wallace. He loves working with Danny and the other guys there, and Toby at the courthouse and the sheriff's department. That's where he's been my whole life. And that's just, his place, and he's a bailiff in the court. And so it's just something he loves doing. And so he wanted to go on back into work today. So he got on up and went. So, and that's what the doctor said, you're so active and you lead such an active life. I would say that, let's just go at it hard and go at it that way. So that's what we're looking at, is a durable remission, which should be 5 to 8 years, I think. So that's what we're hoping for. And whether we get it or not, we're just going to be grateful and thankful for every day. And we're just going to get to getting. And I'm not going to cry. I'm not. But as you can see, I started on the surround and started filling in. So I got this here filled in, and then I've got this outlined. And so I can just fill it in as I go. I find that's really good if you're, if you're watching TV or you're tired stitching. Something like that works really good just to get your outline of a space. And then, or like for all y'all lucky ones going to StitchCon, those things like that are great for StitchCon, because you can just sit there and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with one color and still stitch and still visit, but not have to worry about making, mistakes, make so many mistakes. So that takes a little bit of the pressure off. So this is Button Button by Brenda Gervais. I have loved stitching on it, except I hate this linen. It's that natural, 32 count natural, and I am no fan. It is hairy, and I just, it's real fuzzy, and it makes it hard to see. The slubs in it are beautiful, and when it's finished stitching, it's beautiful, but it is very difficult for me to see on because it's fuzzy. And sorry, y'all just got the bun today. It's just this kind of a day. I have a mammogram this afternoon and some other errands to run, and it is hot outside and the wind's blowing, and so I didn't want to fool with it. getting in and out of the cart and being hot and sticky on my neck. So up in a bun it went. So that's how it will be for today. And hopefully it will behave itself in there. And I can get in and out fast. Because, you know, that ain't nobody's favorite thing, I don't think. It ain't mine. I'm thankful for it. And I'm grateful that I have insurance that covers it and I can go, because lots of people don't. But if you can't think of anything you'd rather be doing, you better call me, because there's a lot of more fun things than going and doing that. I guess we'll put this on the big piece, kind of. This is my Patriotic Barn Trio. It is our Sal, Waxing Moon Sal is the hashtag for it, hashtag Waxing Moon Sal. And so if you have any of the Waxing Moon trios or houses or anything you want to do, somebody's doing Christmas Street, I think. One of y'all's doing Christmas Street. Somebody's doing the Halloween houses, which are so stinking cute. Those Halloween houses are adorable. Adorable. So I'm gonna have to do those. But for now, I'm working on this. And I stinking love it. Y'all know my dream is to live in a little red barn. Or since I live with James Williams, it better be a big red barn because he's large. He takes up lots of space. That's why he keeps saying he's gonna get an RV and we're gonna go around in an RV, and I'm thinking, no. No, sir. 6'4", 280. We ain't going to go in an RV. No. You take up too much space to be in an RV with me. You be crowding me up. Not going to happen, Captain. Now, of course, he'll prove me wrong, come home with one, and then I'll have to get in and go, but Lord have mercy. But I'm excited. I got my little barn finished. I haven't done the X's on the doors because there is a lot of movement in those stitches, and so I'll wait and put those in last. But I got the barn finished this week and started on the little tree. And so I'm coming down this way and I'm about to turn the corner. One of y'all had asked, it's 181 stitches. 181 is how many stitches it is. So when you turn right here, you do 1, 2, 3, 4 and turn. So I kept the corner the same, I believe is the chart. Yeah, the corner is the same as it is in the chart. So what I did was in between where there should be another corner, I just added another little V, little chevron-y V thing here. And that made it comes out to 181 and it worked across perfect. And then my little bottom thing fit also. I've got it in the, I'm going to the post office as one of my stops today. So Ann and Too Much Charles, y'all be watching. And then several of y'all that had got the shares last week, they're in the chart, they're in the mail. So I've got all my mail ready. So I'll go by the post office today after my appointment. So, but this thing is so much fun to work on. It is so much fun. And then here's the one I did before that, I'm gonna fall off my chair, y'all are gonna laugh. I'm sitting on my little garden stools. I like them better than my long bench to do the video, I don't know why. I did it in 2020 and Ann finished it into this beautiful drum for me. And I didn't do these exactly the same on these because I crushed them in. So I had to redo this. So this one probably isn't 181 on this one because I wanted to squish them closer together. On this one, I decided to, what is on my arm? Oh, probably off my plant. Lord. Ouch. I've been able to have it. That was the other thing they teased me about yesterday was digging up oak trees. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But anyway, so I crushed this one in and I wanted it to look like a little neighborhood. My Easter one, I just filled in with other things in between and it made it a lot easier. I just added a little flower or whatever that I needed to instead of having them all touching up on each other and then that making your bottom part here be off. So that was the easy way for me to do that this time. because I didn't do my top and bottom. So this one is not as easy. I said she finished it so beautifully because she's a wizard. Her has the magic. So those are so fun, and I can't wait to see everybody's. So like I said, I got my little barn finished this week. The color on the barn is my, and Frankie, if you don't have any of this dyed, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Because it's Old Gray Mare. It's Old Gray Mare is my barn, and it looks like a perfect weathered barn. I love it. The red barn is Barn Door by Classic Colorworks. It is so, this one is just fun, fun, fun. I'm loving stitching it. So if you have a waxing moon you want to stitch, jump on the sow and stitch along with us, because I'm having lots of fun with this. And I haven't been posting as much as I should. I've been a little distracted, but one day I'm gonna get my life right. As Aria says, True, we need to get your life right. It's the truth. It is the truth. I need to get my life right. She has kept me on task all week long. Just as busy as could be. She painted her birdhouse to take to the Florida property, and I mean, she has been doing all things. And she's with her mama. They went Kimmy took a dance camp this week, and it's in Richardson, so it's a long drive. So she went with her mama. They spent the night up there last night, so she wouldn't have to make the drive again. So they had a little treat of a hotel sleepover and all that. This is my Mill Hill Santa. I'm just gonna keep trying to progress on him slow. I feel like I stitch on him really slow because you have to go up and down, up and down. I usually stitch, more like this. And so you can't bend the paper. So he is Celebrations Santa's Mill Hill Bead Kit Merry Christmas Santa. And he is so cute, and there's a little puppy in the background. And I told y'all I've got Audrey's video linked down below. Where's that little piece? I think if I hold it up on here, you can see it better. Okay, that's his glove. So you can kind of see his blue glove right there and the white, maybe you can, there we go. Oh. Why don't we do this the smart way instead of the hard way? Just saying. Hey, look at there. Okay, that's his glove and the white cuff trim around his glove, and then the darkest red there on his shirt. I think it's 814. But I am having fun with him. I just feel like I go really slow. So, but he's not huge. I mean, the stitch count on him is 45 by 68. So he's not huge, and you skip every other one and put the bead in. So that's the reason it looks holy, kind of, because every other one of these is supposed to have the beads on it, but you go back and do those after you do the crosses. So he has been keeping me company. I can't wait to do his little fun beard. He's adorable. And Audrey, I gotta go back and watch, because I thought when I looked at yours, the trim, the felt trim was around the outside, and I couldn't figure out how come it didn't get sticky. So you must either trim it off right on it, or you trim it off right behind it. I don't know. Audrey, I gotta go back and watch. You got some splaining to do, Lucy. You got some splaining to do, Lucy. Y'all know I love me some I love Lucy. Which is a good thing, because I'm pretty much living her life every day. There's always something going on around here. But like I said, I go slow on it, I feel like, but it is easy to see. So if you're tired at night, or like this, it's not tricky stitching. So it's easy to see. So this, one of these would be good for a late night stitch when you're afraid to trust yourself because you're tired. Now, if you're Carol and you can sit up all night and stitch till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and not make mistakes, you go. Not me. Ain't no telling what would happen if I stayed up and stitched that long. I used to kid him when I got poison ivy one time. I think I stitched around the clock, But the first time I got poison ivy, I'd never had it before, and it went all over me, and it was dreadful. I just, I couldn't sleep with steroids and everything, so I just like I stitched and stitched like a crazy person, like with socks on my arms. Yeah, good times, good times. This is my Baltimore salt box. It is by Brenda Gervais. It is so stinking cute. It's too cute for me, obviously, since I messed up where I was starting. Even though I cut it and measured it, feel me. And I got tired the other night and just laid it down. So we're just gonna put this little thing right here on it. I mean, literally mid-stitch, I said, oh, I'm too sleepy. So, let's see here. Well, I think it was the night after James Williams had worked 7 to 7. And then his backup, his replacement person didn't show up till late. So he actually didn't leave till later than that. So he was real tired. And so I thought, you know what, we'll all just go to sleep. So I'm making progress on my flag. This is another one. The flag is an easy stitch because you just, you know, follow under the one before and do the 2 rows. My red here is Color and Cotton, I think. No, this is Louisiana Hot Sauce by Needleworks. And my blue is Needleworks Fathom is the darker blue I chose. And I am loving it. You can see the roof and the flag are the 2 big main blocks of stitching on here. And then it just goes, you know, they're just the motifs after that. This is on 32 count country mocha linen. I'm enjoying the heck out of this. This is from Jerry Lynn at Floss and Fabrics. Oh, it's a little tag on here on the bottom so I can remember to say it. It is so nice to stitch on. It's one that has the design kind of more on the front, and the back is more just of a tea-dyed, kind of a solid tea-dyed look where you don't have as much mottling in it. So that's a really good color on that side too. And on this side you have the mottling on it. But it's so cute. That's a very good fabric. You can see it good. It has slubs, but they're not gigantic enough and they're gonna mess up everything. So that's super fun. Okay, that may be, I feel like I'm missing somebody, but that may be on my whips this week. But I feel like I've forgotten somebody. Patriotic Barn, Button, Oatmeal Hill Kit, and Baltimore. So maybe that's not, maybe that's everybody I stitched on this week. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, let me put these up. Put this back in the bag so I won't have a catastrophe. Not that it matters since there's nobody here today. It don't really matter, but they'll be in after she gets out at 3:30 this afternoon. They'll head back this way. But Richardson is a rough drive. I mean, you're just in the worst traffic. I think the other day when she came home, she got rerouted because of an accident like 5 times. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, that goes in there. Okay, now, like I said, last week I told my Easter Trio, Gwenda, my Easter Trio is 181 stitches on it. So that's what my Patriotic house is also. So I counted on it. So they're both there. And I didn't bring any I was gonna bring some skeins of DMC. We may talk about this more next week. But notice on your DMC, especially the reds, they did the grays a little bit back, but the reds, they're having to change the dye they use because it's like bad for the environment or something, and maybe probably all of us. I don't know, but they're changing it. So if you have like a 321 or 814 and one has a dot and one does not, they are not going to be friends. They are not going to match. So start watching that when you start a new project. If you're pulling out of your stash, make sure you have enough of whatever it is to finish. Because if you have to get another one and you go to the store and the only ones they have are the new dotted ones, they're not gonna match at all. So like I said, the grays were done a while back and now they're doing the reds. So be mindful of that. I was gonna grab some and show, but I forgot. So Ernie, when I'm doing crosses, I do rows, not columns. So I start in the bottom left and go top right, and then bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right, bottom left, top right, like this. And then when I come back, I'm going bottom right, top left, bottom right, top left, bottom right, top left. I do, when I'm doing my barns, go up and down in a row instead of a column, because I want my stitches, my variegation to go that way, because that's how barn boards go up and down instead of side to side. At least they do around here. And so I start and I go bottom right, bottom left, top right, bottom right, top left, and then down to the next one, bottom left, top right, bottom right, top left, and just like that, down, down, down. Does that answer what you were asking me? If it doesn't, Ernie, let me know, because I may have misunderstood what you're asking me. Vicki, that is the card from Anne. I do wish that would be a beautiful cross stitch piece. It would kind of be a booger. How could you do that? Yeah, if someone was very industrious, they could take the, you've seen the linen that has the musical notes on it, okay, like a page sheet of music. And then this one, you could put the one on top of it that had like newspaper print, and I guess you could kind of buttonhole stitch around it or cross around it, whatever, to hold it in place. And then you could just do this outline of these adorable, this boy and his little dog in the wagon, which I love this because Maypearl used to have a 4th of July parade for the kindergarten. And it was the cutest thing. All the little kids in their decorated wagons and all. I have some pictures of the kids that are just adorable. And I miss that. I miss that so much. Christy, I am very thankful for my family. I'm sorry for anybody who has a small family a lot of times. Not always, but a lot of times. But I also am a huge advocate of friends are the family you choose. And like Susan, my friend Susan, that came over here with her daughter Lala, and Lala brought Fran and Kendall, her two friends, and Aria and Catch and I were here. And then while we were here, my Annie came, and she had her sister Aunt Becky with her. And so I just think friends are the family you choose. I have never had a major life event that Susan was not present at in some form or fashion. She came each time I had one of my kids. She came to me. I didn't live here. I didn't live in town at the time. I lived in East Texas. And she loaded up and came out there. And when CJ had his wreck, she drove me to the hospital. I mean, they came and ate with us at the hospital, and we have been to their kids. We've been at each other's kids' weddings, and Patty the same way. My friend Melanie. I mean, Kristen. They're just so. If you don't have a family that suits you, make one. Find some people that also have a small family and just make your own family. That's all it is. I mean, a family is just two people getting together and adding on. I don't think you have to be married to that person, and I don't think you have to be blood related to that person. So I'm going to say friends are the family you choose. So Christy, I want you to go find some folks and expand, because if you get sick or something, that's You need somebody close that you can depend on to help you out when you're sick or something happens to you. James Williams was at work when CJ had his wreck. Everybody in my family was at work, and I got that phone call, and I literally just slid down the wall of the flower shop. And Susan put me in her car and drove me to the hospital and stayed there with me. And so it's important. It's important, I think. I think we need to not feel by ourselves. So, Christy, I want you to find a group somehow, somewhere, so that you feel like you're surrounded by people who love you. Because it's great to have 1 or 2 people who love you, but it's even better to have even more people than that. So that's my challenge for anybody listening today, that if you feel like your circle is too small, expand that circle. There's so many people out there that need friends or need somebody to love them. Expand your circle. Just go get you somebody. Susan, there were members of her family. Her father was an alcoholic, and although she respected him and did still have some contact with him, she set up strong barriers because of toxicity. So that's something to think about. You know, okay, I can't with this person all the time that much, maybe not at all, but pull some more people in, find some more people, and make your own little group. I like a tribe. I like a tribe. It works for me. So I'm sorry that yours isn't blood, but I want you to go find you some, because I don't want to have to worry about you if you get sick or something being by yourself. You need people to help you. Cheryl Loves Purple got her grandpa's lunchbox. That made me so happy. I love that you have his black lunchbox. Those things were so precious. And when I think about how many times his hands carried that lunchbox, and through good and bad weather, times, situations, and the lunchbox and him still just kept going. I love that. So, Cheryl, love that lunchbox. Sandy, good mama, I want to tell you, if you have a 14-year-old male child who will look at a 5-year-old on a video with you, you are a good mama. You have done a good job. Because at that age, so many kids, boys and girls, are just not into their parents at all. So if he will stop and watch our Kyle on a video with you, you are a good mama and you have done a good job. And there will be a day probably soon when you'll need to hear that, since he's 14, because it can be trying. I keep checking on my friend Mel. She's home with her teenagers for the summer, and I'm like, Mel, I'm worried about you, man, because 2 teenagers in the house, and you working from home, and her mama is in the nursing home there near her. Girl, you ain't got much backup. Call me if you need me, because that's rough. Teenagers they can let you have it. So keep doing right, good mama. Michelle Ellie, Mick always makes those cute shirts for them when they go to Disney. She uses her little, is it croquet machine? I don't know how you say it, but it is. She has one. Justin's mama got them for the girls one year for Christmas. And she has used that thing when the kids have things at school. She's made little t-shirts when they go to Disney and all kind of things. So you just keep that sweatshop going, because those pictures will be adorable. And one day you'll look back at those pictures and all that sweatshopping in there with that cricket machine will be so worth it. Absolutely worth it. And have so much fun at Disney. There is a couple of new things, you know, since we went, because y'all know I told y'all we brought the COVID back. We got sick at Disney in November, and they said it wasn't here, but they tested me for everything in the world, and I thought I was going to die. I ain't never been so sick. Baby's little sister got sick. All of us got sick to some degree, but Baby's little sister was out of school and ran a temp for like 6 weeks. It was horrible. I was sick for weeks and weeks. So I think we probably brought the COVID back to Texas before anybody even knew it was COVID. But so I haven't been since then. So there's some new rides and things. My sister's daughter, the oldest one that's the same age as Micah, her and her kids and her husband just got back from Disney. And Dusk, Baby Dusk, as he calls himself, y'all, he is so dang cute. And he, the pictures of him on Slinky Dog, we were laughing because he is looking just like Arya, like he can't decide if he's having fun or he wants to throw up. His little face, it'll be like, and he didn't make sound. Arya didn't either. She just sat there kind of going, and it was so funny, but he had the best time and he got to hug Mickey. And so it is truly a magical place. It is work. It is work. Disney is not the relaxing vacation. Disney is the fun vacation. You ain't gonna come back and go, you're gonna put in more steps than you put in at home when you're training for a marathon, but it's so worth it. So y'all have fun. Kathy, Aria will be 6 on September the 6th, so she's 5 right now. And I intended to grab, that's what I forgot. I ordered them some little kits just off of Amazon to make a little cross-stitch backpack charms and to make little charms that are embroidered. So we're gonna try that. Next week, Aria will be in science camp all week. So Kimmy will come see me. So we may start on some of those and see how they go. But we're gonna do those this summer. We've decided I'm gonna work on manners and on just some needlework, and they're still doing some of their book work and stuff so they can kind of stay on their school stuff in their brain, kind of fresh in their brain. But they're just little inexpensive kits off of Amazon. One of them, I think they were like $10 or $15, and they have like 6 little things in there. And so I ordered those and I intended to grab them, but that's what we're gonna try. And like I said, we're also working on manners this summer. Not that they don't have manners, they are very mannerly, but we're gonna try to take it to the next level and work on our silverware and our napkin and things like this, because they say thank you and yes ma'am and all that. They're very good about things like that, but we're gonna work on the next step in manners. Kathy was sweet enough to send me, because I could not remember, this is Happy Birthday America by Brittany Gervais. This little fabric came with the pattern. I assume it still will, but I don't know, but you could get it anywhere. I just put some red sheet music paper on the bottom. It is so cute. This is the cutest pattern. And then this is just a little round box and one of those little wood candle holders things. And then some pom-pom trim around here. I may have come with the pom-pom trim, but I'm not sure. I don't think it did. I don't think it came with a pom-pom trim. I may be wrong about that though, but it sits just like this, and it is the cutest thing. So thank you, Kathy, because I could not think of the name of it to save me. I'll slip that back right there and probably fall off the stool. And Karen, this is a Flag of Stars by Bent Creek. Like I said, Fat Quarter Shop had it. I don't know if they still do. So some of your LNSs probably will have it. They must have re-released it because it was released the first time forever ago in 2014. So this has to be a re-release of it in the Fat Quarter Shop thing right now. They wouldn't have had that hanging on in there all that time. So they must have re-released it. I stinking love it. This is a frame off of Amazon. So it's so cute. It's done on 18 count linen with the pearl cottons. It has 2 blues, 2 reds, and a white. I think it's just those 5 colors. And I just popped it in here. I'll take it out if I can get it out. And it's just popped in there like that. So later, if I decided I wanted to do anything else with it, I could, but it's just in there, and it was very inexpensive little frame on Amazon. Is that right set up? Yes. There we go. But yeah, that's Flag of Stars by Big Creek. It's so cute. I really enjoyed working on it too. Tara, please take care of you. I have a friend who's doing her breast cancer treatments right now, and she says it does make her tired. So please be mindful and rest and give yourself time to heal up, because that's important. It's important you take care of you. And Chanda had baby number 5 a few months ago, and that is so much fun. So congratulations. You know, Justin has a big family. My mom's parents had a big family. I just had the 3 kids, so I didn't have a lot of kids, but we're poor. We can't afford no more kids. That was it. We couldn't afford no more kids. I would have probably had like 1 million kids, but James Williams did not want 1 million kids, and we were too poor for 1 million kids. So that is so much fun. So congratulations. Barbara, I don't know why she said there were ads 8 times in the things last week when she watched it. I'm not sure how this happens sometimes, because Micah usually sets them at the beginning, middle, and end. I don't know how, then I don't know what happens, but it does. And so I'm sorry. So thank y'all for letting me know, because I'm going to have her check it when she does this one for me. And be sure there aren't a chameleon on there, because I'm not sure why that happens at all. And Charlo 52, I'm sorry, I lied to you. These are Little House Needleworks. They're not Country Cottage Needleworks, which is like the same company anyway. It's the same designer or something, if I remember right. But you were so sweet to say you liked the way they were finished. And so here they are. And they're Little House Needleworks, Home of the Brave, Land of the Free, and Long May She Wave, if I remember right. I think I got them from Fat Quarter Shop, honestly. That's where I think I got them from. But I did them in 2020. And I stinking love them. Love them, love them. It is on, this is red, just red, and then with wax, antique waxing on it. And you can see here, these are just 3 of those little, and I mean, they're like, I don't know, a couple of dollars at Joann's and Michael's and stuff. Each one is one of those little frames that sits on a little peg. It has a little peg that comes with it and a clipboard. And it's just in the naked wood part. And then I just stuck them together with tongue depressors. So this is kind of like, if you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with. Well, if you can't find the frame you want, just make one to be with. That's kind of how that goes, because that's what I did. I couldn't find what I wanted. I knew kind of the idea I wanted, so needs must, I guess, is how that goes. I'll set that guy right there. Let's see what else. Oh, Josie Connor, I love the iron story. She said when she got married, her daddy gave her husband an iron and a saw. And he said, what in the world kind of present is this? And he said, well, she don't iron, and she gonna pick a Christmas tree that's way too big for your house, so iron your own clothes and saw the bottom off the Christmas tree. So I love that. I love that, and I hope you always pick the big Christmas tree. That just is, always pick the big Christmas tree. Oh, Tina is also asked about the display that the Little House Needleworks are on. That was, Charlotte said that I wanted to clarify they're Little House Needleworks, not Country Cottage Needleworks, so thank you. And then Tina asked about the display. And she was talking about when CJ set the wheel float up on his car last week, that they had a Texaco sign, like one of those big old metal ones that came from the Texaco like gas station, that blew off when they were going on their family vacation when she was a kid and hit in the side of the car. And yes, thank God it didn't hit the windshield, and that back then cars were made of metal. Nowadays, probably thank God the Texaco sign's probably plastic, like the car is plastic, so maybe it'll turn out okay, because nowadays nothing is metal, I don't think at all. Jenny Dawn, Aria Kyle is a born tax collector. So if you need help in the office over there, you just holler, because I will bring her on over, because she is always gathering up money. Always looking for money, always gathering up money. And James Williams used to have a glass jar. It had all this change in it. He'd just take it out of his pockets and dump in there. And when they were buying the house over here, not far from me, the house they live in now, she said she took that money and filled it all in her purse and took it in there and told him that she needed it. And he said, what do you need all that money for? And she said, Pap, my daddy needs it to help buy this house we're moving into. And he said, well, okay then, because I guess that's, you know, I'd like her to live closer, so that's fine. So she took all that money. Now, of course, she didn't give it all to her daddy. She gave him some of it, but not all of it. And we laughed because she took all the silver money and left the pennies. She didn't want none of that. So yes, she is a born tax collector. So you just holler. Linda, the little deer that I embroidered last week, she asked how I was going to finish it. I really want to make a little kind of wall hanging with it. I don't know why, because I don't know who I'll give it to. Because I don't, like I said, it doesn't really match any of my decorating. To me, it's kind of spring looking, but I guess I could put it out as a spring decor. But I'd like to turn it into a little wall hanging or a little pillow with some little quilting around the outside. I don't know why that's in my brain, but that is. So that's kind of my thought. I don't know if it will make it or not. Hello, Long Dog Stitcher. It was good to see you. I love when I see your face when I go down there, going through the little comments and I see you. Carol, I'm so sorry that you have COVID, but here's the thing. I am extra sorry that you're missing StitchCon. That is horrible. She, you know, tested before she would go to StitchCon and she tested positive. So she's missing StitchCon. So that is horrible. But on a lighter note, Char 57 is her daughter, so congratulations on a great kid. So yeah, missing StitchCon is a bum, and having COVID is also. And Patricia also is sick, so rest and take care of you. You can catch up on the Sal anytime, no worries, no rush at all. So that's not a concern. Just rest, and we will be here salving along when you get ready to feel ready to stitch again. So. Shares from last week. I hope it doesn't cut me off. I don't know what it's, you know, it did that a while back, y'all. It's not doing it. But I forgot to bring them over here, so I'm just going to say the names. Wee Baby is Denise Gray. If I can read my own writing, my Lord. Denise Gray, if you'll email me your address. Baby Sampler, the Sampler, True to Beth. Be sure I have your right address. Lindy Stitching's Blessings goes to Chanda. And Little House Needleworks Spring ABCs, the spring one goes to Elaine Edwards. And Designs for the Needle Hometown goes to Tina Rice. So those were the shares from last week. And so if y'all will contact, and also I didn't hear from, I'm gonna try to get them in real quick. I don't know why I'm worried now on my life this thing's gonna cut me off. I'm still, if you've emailed me, email me again, because I'm waiting for Gwen Imbardino for one more stitch. The Arabesco design, Chris Cerqueira, Cerqueira. Chris, that one is for you. Fall and Winter Cat, Connie Erickson. Mom Stitcher, I don't know if I dreamed that you messaged me or not, but I cannot find where you did. If you did, please send it again, because I cannot find it, but I really thought that you messaged me and gave me your address, but I can't stink and find it. Wisdom of the East goes to Catherine Ryan. I haven't heard from you. And the Pooh Kit goes to Blinking Cat. So y'all holler at me. And then this week's, we've got kind of a, I was in summer mode here. So these are so cute. This chart is by Puntini. It is called Summer. So be sure and use the word summer. If you're interested in this share, it is adorable. It's the chart. It looks like it has maybe 12 colors or something in it, and there is one for every season, and they're adorable. This is also a Puntini July. When I think of July, use the word July. It is so adorable with that flamingo on there, as the girls say. Flamingo is adorable. This is Primrose Cottages Patriotic Picnic. These are also cute, but I will never get to these anytime soon, so we're sharing these on. Use the word picnic if you're interested in this. It's by Primrose Cottage. It is so cute. It has the little dog there by the side of the truck, and then a dog in the wagon. This fun cake. That thing is adorable. So cute. I'm also thinking this would be adorable around a spool. If somebody stitched this and put it on a spool, That would be so cute. It would be one of those fat spools, but it'd be cute. That's adorable. This is Mosey and Me. I guess use the word August, because this one's called July and August. I thought I had this all planned out in my head. July and August, and it has two designs in there. That sunflower basket with the flag under it is adorable. Look at that. I love that. The little girl has her little, like her little dog at the beach, but the sunflower basket is what gets it for me. That is gorgeous. So use the word August. This one is the little sheep, and it is Fancy That Hat of the Month July. And so use the word sheep, because it has this little adorable sheep at the bottom, and he is so cute. I mean, he is stinking adorable. And then we have Elegant Alphabet. And be sure to like and subscribe and like, and then comment with the right word for the shares. This has all the alphabet in it. It is gorgeous. I'm gonna open it up to this inside. I think, yeah, right here. Look at that C that's done in red and blue. I mean, these are like an E. That is beautiful. So this is Elegant Alphabet, so use the word alphabet. And then this is a full cross stitch kit. It's called Butterfly and Clematis. It is beautiful. Use the word butterfly if you're interested in it. It's so pretty. I love this. And yes, these are, it's okay if you're international. Somebody asked me that the other day. Yes, just subscribe and like, and then use the right word comment, and then that will get you in the go. So I am going to jump off of here. I'm right at an hour and get ready to go run to town and mail my stuff and get my mammogram. Y'all have a happy Friday and a good weekend. I'll be taking Mom to the, Mom will have to go to her family reunion, and so I'm gonna take her and let her stay a little bit. It's really hot, so she probably ain't gonna get to stay as long as she wants, because I'm afraid she'll get sick because she doesn't get out in the heat anymore. So, but I'm gonna take her and let her stay a little bit. So we'll drive down there. It's about an hour down there, an hour back, and usually Sister and I both go with her, but Sister has a teacher meeting with all her yogis, so she won't be going this year. So it'll just be, as far as I know, Mom and I. And so y'all have a great weekend and enjoy your stitching. Bye.